Hi.
Question concerning the Cupertino citizen here is the Lehigh Cement plant's pollution problem. And we know the Stevens Creek Reservoir has the fish has a high content of the mercury, 5 times than the state maximum limit. People told me that the water district pumped the water from Stevens Creek to the recharge pond in Cupertino, certain area. Some, where I live nearby Bob Road, there's this 2 pound right there, right? And then later on you use it for the drinking water. Would that be affecting the safety or the health of the resident here?
I've met you about 5 times, and every time I meet you, that's the same question, and all we can tell you is this.
I'm not going to give up until I got the correct answer on it. Right?
We don't do anything that is illegal or whatever have you. We always help you out. Whatever you need, we're there, and I will tell you that every time I see you. And we have Chris Elias, who again will tell you the same thing.
Right. Well, Chris, I talked to Chris. Chris showed me, but still, that water was pumped, right? Correct, to the recharge pond. And then you later on pump it out from the well, from the groundwater. My concern is that go into the groundwater and then you kind of recycle that way to the public use, and that's not a good news in my opinion.
But it's not good news because it ain't happening. But go right ahead, Chris.
Good evening, Councilmember Chang and members of the council. Chris Elias is my name. I'm on staff, supporting the board of directors, and thank you very much, Chair Santos, for giving me a second to respond to this. The district, the issue that you raised about basically how the water flows into the recharge pond. The water does not flow from the Stevens Creek into the recharge pond. The recharge pond is fed by imported water from the Delta. The recharge pond you're talking about, which is the McClellan recharge pond, is fed by imported water from the Delta. It comes from the north side, tears off at Penitencia in Berryessa area, and then the rest of the pipeline continues on down this way and feeds that pond to recharge the groundwater basin that helps to supply water to this community. It's not the other way around.
Okay, because Lehigh annually release about 580 pounds of mercury to the air. The EPA's proposed limit is 43 pounds. That's way over the limit. And we know those mercury, if it's floating in the air, going nowhere, it's end up during the rainy season, come down to the ground, and you go to the creek, go to the bay. So that's why the citizens are very concerned. And then last time I heard someone from the water district mention about, yes, you do pump the water from Stevens Creek to the recharge pond, and that's what the main concern come in.
Well, that's very unfortunate, sir. That is not the way our pipeline is configured. So it doesn't flow from the reservoir into the pond.
But you do pump the water from the well, right? In the sun to use for the water, right?
Yeah, water that's in the groundwater basin is highly filtered, and is not. The mercury content you're talking about doesn't quite transfer that far deep into the water well. Then the other thing also I would like to put on the record is that mercury dispersal in the air is a major problem, universally. We've heard stories about mercury that makes its way all the way from China to the groundwater basin, to the surface water basin right here. So science is still out there dealing with those things. I'm not here to kind of point fingers at any particular source. However, my guarantee to you is that the district continues to supply high quality, reliable water to its citizens in this community.